Okay, hello and welcome to page 15 of volume 2 of my graphic novel of comic strips titled Bounders. This page, I did this a while ago. This page has the robots settling into their various roles at the cave with the people, and they're catching up with each other during the course of a day. The taller ones are off doing some of the hard, either yard work, housework, or farming, and the little one, K.i.d, is now in charge of taking care of the two toddlers. They're based off of the biblical characters Cain and Abel, and what I humorously think of as their childhood growing up. I was a big fan of Tom and Jerry, and Sylvester and Tweety, and that kind of deal when I was growing up. I liked those cartoons, so given their eventual fates, I kind of imagine that their childhood is kind of like this, in a humorous way. I don't know that it was really like that. It's not really important, but I can't imagine they go from being perfect, loving, Brady Bunch style siblings to being jealous of their sacrifices and one of them murdering the other. So I have envisioned, let's use the right word, I have envisioned the childhood as being more conflicting with each other. So I have them being very Tom and Jerry-ish. If you've ever babysat children that you have had no hand in raising, sometimes this stuff catches you by surprise. You wonder what the heck's going on. It all seems like chaos when you step into that role. And so that's a lot of what K.i.d is dealing with at this point. He's, trying to take a moment to himself and socialize with another another robot, same idea. And he turns his back for a second, and you can't do that with toddlers. Not most of them. Most toddlers, you turn your back and you turn around and you're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And that's exactly what's happened here. So that's the gag. That's where it comes from, and that's where I'm going with these guys. A bit of Tom and Jerry humor, toddler humor, parent humor, to go with everything else that's going on here. A lot of it's just the same process that I've always been, or tried to have always done. There's a sketch off to this piece of paper that you see on the bottom left-hand corner of the page. Has my rough sketch of the page on there. The thumbnail is what they're called, and that's where I work out most of the problems, most of the issue, most of the composition of the page. And from there I can make a slightly more detailed, to scale drawing on the page, and then I'll go back and I'll clean up lines and make definitive shapes and pencil in the dialogue so that when I go to ink I don't really have to think. And I don't mean to rhyme, but that's basically my process. I don't like to have to think too terribly much with the inking on this project. Now, I'm envisioning something way different with the next project. It's going to require, it's going to be more arty. It's going to be less line drawing and more a higher form of art. I'm going to start playing with the inks a little bit more so that I get different effects, and it's less cartoony, I think. But then again, I've spent the last 3 years, by the time I finish this, probably 4 years, drawing in this style. I'm going to have to take a break to get out of this mode of drawing. And we'll see how that works. I have something more along the lines of Sean Jason Alexander for the next project. Well, for my next project. My daughter has a story she wants to write and tell, so we'll probably work on that a bit and get that out. That's going to be a shorter one. It's only going to be like 25-30 pages, so that shouldn't take much more than a year. And then that'll be another project, and she'll have one under her belt as well. I'm almost done with this second volume as far as drawing it. This weekend I'm going to draw page, I believe, 53. Page 53 of volume 2. There are 64 pages, 65 pages in each one. So when I finish the second one, I will start looking into either kickstarting or Amazon publishing the first one, and then I'll wait 6 months and then publish the second one, and then I'll wait another 6 months, and then the third one should be completed. So we're looking at a year? Yeah, about a year, and then I'll be done with the story, and quite frankly, I'm not sure I'll know what to do with myself. I mean, obviously move on to the next one, but I've been working on this this particular story for about 20 years. And while I've been writing other stuff, this one has been the consistent one that everybody's seen. I could continue this forever. Obviously, I've started at the very beginning of the Bible, and I could probably carry it through Revelations. But I have other stories to tell. If I ever get to the point where I can hire somebody else to draw, then maybe I'll keep writing. But I think for the most part, I will be done with this in about 15 months, give or take. And that's a wild thing to think about. In 15 months, I'll be done with this. So, I don't really have a life lesson to go with this outside of always have a next, I guess. I mean, do what you're doing now to the fullest, but have a next, because all good things come to an end. And so that's my advice. Always have something at least in the back of your head for next. Always prep for when you're done with your current thing, what you're going to do next. It doesn't have to be told to anybody. It doesn't have to be at the forefront of your thoughts, but lay the groundwork for the next while you're doing the current. And I think that's probably the best advice I can give you from the 7 minutes of rambling that I have at the beginning of this film. So take that and do what you want with it. And I guess I will talk to you next week. Thank you for watching. Check out the YouTube if you're seeing this on Patreon or anywhere else. Dream of Art, the #1 for YouTube, and Patreon/Alan Dunlap if you're watching it anywhere else. Chip in a couple of bucks. Help me out. I buy supplies. I don't go to Disney World. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.